Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a reading about messages from our spirit guides. This one is going to be regarding love. I just did one last night actually, and it's just about life. Though love did come up in it also, so you may want to check that out. This one's about love though. This is what your spirit guides may want you to know about just love in your life. And I feel like we're talking romantic love. Definitely I feel that. And again, you don't even have to ask your guides the question, just kind of think the thought. But definitely, I don't know, like I was going to say, let them know what it is that you want confirmation in. But I feel like you don't even have to ask the question. I don't know. So anyways, let's begin. We're going to start with our Mother Mary deck. The beautiful rose on the corner of the desk that Sam picked for me yesterday. And boy, does it smell good. Well, marriage. Hello. Marriage. This can certainly talk about existing marriages and marriages to come. I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. Okay, we'll read that at the end, where it will really, I'm telling you, tie everything together, blow your mind kind of thing. And now we're going to bring in the tarot dreams. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. I think that's good. Okay. Talking about love, baby. Love, love, love. Not always meant to work out. Sometimes we think, oh my God, I'm so in love, or I was so in love, and you never feel like you're going to love. How am I ever going to love like that again? And then, you meet someone, and then you understand love from a different, maybe from a spiritual standpoint. All right. We have the Ace of Swords. I often feel the Ace of Swords is answering a question for some. It's my yes card. Well, hello, Six of Cups. So happy you can make it into the reading. A lot of times this signifies someone of the past. Someone that you have happy memories with. Now, we're doing a spiritual reading, so we could just talk about past lives, certainly. And if it's soulmate, which I feel, of course it is, then chances are that you've spent many lives together in different formats, learning different lessons. We have the Hangman. Hangman's like a pause in the action, but there's a reason for that. This person in the Hangman is seeking awareness about their next steps. It's interesting. I see these two connections from his hands up. This person, I feel like, is looking for spiritual awareness or is receiving it. Maybe not even looking for it, right? But there's a pause in the action right now. But with the Ace of Swords opening up this reading, it could certainly be communication. whether it's you communicating or them communicating. I feel like if this is a current marriage, this may talk about taking a moment and, instead of thinking about all the, this is if you want this marriage to stay together, think about, remember the good things, the happy times, because, we carry a lot of garbage around with us. We have the Four of Swords. So this is a healing period. Interesting. Both these, the Hangman and the Four Swords, signify like a time out, a time to heal, right? Given yourself that time to heal. We have the Five of Pentacles. So to me, this talks about something that's happened in your life that may have been beyond your control. It could have been something that, I hate to say broke your heart, but it's something that no matter what it is, you had to move through it, right? You had to keep moving. Five of Pentacles, the good thing about the Five of Pentacles is it talks about soulmate energy that you're moving into, and this energy gives you, who's ever going through it, what's its lesson? There's lessons everywhere. So what's the lesson here? It's a lesson to keep compassion in my heart, or, become compassionate. I'm learning how to be compassionate, how to be empathetic, how to be balanced. Boy, we have the Two of Swords. Interesting. We have the Chariot coming under the Hangman. There's movement. Boom. There's movement. Card of Cancer, by the way. And then we have the Moon. A lot of watery energy all of a sudden. The Moon, card of Pisces. But it is the ruler of Cancer. So that's interesting. Someone could have a Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon. Don't worry about the signs, but, there it is. I have to say it. And then, what do we have here? We have the Hermit. The Hermit's in reverse. So I feel like the Hermit is coming out as advice. Something maybe I'm not doing, or that is not happening. Now listen, we're talking about love, and that's all I want to know about is love. But when I say that's all I want to know about, of course there's going to be certain things that your guides are saying, sweetie, until you look at this, until you see it, maybe you see it through your spiritual lens, you're not going to understand it, right? It's going to feel very like an attack, right? Like an attack. It reminds me of, I don't know, all of a sudden it's reminding me of someone that I was with who, this was a long time ago, but I could see with this person that the way they behaved was learned from their parents, right? The way he behaved is also the way his father behaved. And I just have a feeling the grandfather also, right? It feels like something that goes down a family line. And, whatever side of that you're on, I feel like, if this is you, something goes down the family line, there needs to be awareness of it, right? And that Ace of Swords could certainly be, it's honesty, expected honesty from others and from oneself. So, what was I saying? So, the Hangman, to me, even though it's like, like a stall in action, so to speak, it has a great purpose, because it's sitting next to the Four Swords. And many times, if we go into, like, we continue forward, right, we're the wounded warrior in the Five of Pentacles. We're the wounded warrior. Like, we remember that we're the wounded, but we forget that we're also the warrior. And the warrior just means that you've you've been there, you've done that in a lifetime, from your soul's perspective. You know, like this is energy of being able to get through what seemed to have you know, it's interesting because the reading I did last night really talked about breaking through chains, you know, that held people back. But there was also the need to be very honest and real with oneself. You know, the Hermit in reverse is just saying, I'm not looking at this from a spiritual lens, or somebody else isn't seeing it at this point from a spiritual lens. You know, the Hermit has the great ability to understand where he has been and to see, you know, this is, you know, the wise one becomes the wise one. You know, I see him, when I say him, I mean you, I mean all of us. The Hermit, it's card of Virgo, by the way. But this is not feeling the connection to spirituality. This could be like not feeling the signs to the Hangman, right? I'm seeking the awareness of my next steps. And so, you know, the moon is casting some shadows here, no doubt. But it doesn't have to be a bad thing. A lot of water here, surrounded by swords. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. And let's go a little bit deeper in here. We have the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So, you know, that that's the energy of feeling perhaps I need to defend myself, just defend my desires, defend my actions. Sometimes I feel like that's meeting ego with ego. I don't know if that's good. I imagine sometimes you have to, but this does feel like I'm meeting ego with ego. I don't have to, right? Especially if I look at the tarot, that's the wands, right? I don't have to. I could decide to go a different way. Maybe I move into the Eight of Wands, which is fast movement away. So, we are now going to bring in the Light Seers, and we're going to go another level. We're going to start at the Ace of Swords that is connected to the Six of Cups. So again, this could be someone who has, who reaches out to you or will be reaching out to you. And, well, we have the Three of Cups. So, I don't know. That makes me feel good. Like this feels like it's something, that makes me feel good. But then, boom, I feel like at the same time, I move into, here's the Two of Swords. Two of Swords has a blindfold on. Blindfold about what? Definitely connected to this person. Maybe relating to other things in this person's life. But I feel like also connected because she's tilted up this way, right to this energy. And I do feel this is a person. So, making a decision of what to do, right? Maybe here comes the communication. Here comes the word. Whatever this is, right? Here comes somebody's truth. Someone may be asking for forgiveness. And some may not be in that place of giving forgiveness yet. Well, let's keep going. But you know what? I feel like no matter what, no matter how I think I'm feeling about this, deep down, I feel like this or the other way around. Don't forget, sometimes you are the one of action. You're the one who's changing your life. if there's someone that is on your mind and, you don't know if they're in a relationship, I would say if you know that they're married, don't call them. I don't know. I guess that has to be personal. But other than that, let's take that away from there. I feel like what it's saying is sometimes you're reaching out. Sometimes you are the changer of your own life. So anyways, well, so the only card that came face up is the Five of Wands, which comes over this Six of Cups. And it's interesting because over here I feel like ego meeting ego, and I feel the same thing here in this Five of Wands. This is probably talking about the past, right? This does feel like a lot of ego was involved, and this can be from a while ago. But the Five of Wands, first of all, the Five says there needs to be change here. So we have to look at what's going on that needs to change. When the Wands, it feels like everyone's battling everyone. Everyone has that need to be right. I'm the victor. No, I'm the victor, and there's never a victor. However, I often feel in this energy, it's not about so much that these people or this person is like horrible. What it is it's we're meeting like their wall is meeting my wall, and it's almost like impossible to penetrate. But if the wall comes down, then it's spiritual, right? Then it's a connection that is beyond. But at the same time, I feel like for some, I feel like mentally you feel like you're a long way off, or nothing. Let's just keep going. Okay, we have the Empress. Let's see if these are in the upright. So we have the Empress is in a reverse. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Two Swords again. I know what this Two Swords is doing here. First of all, I can tell just by the ravens above her head that, within this fork in the road, which way am I going to go? It's a feeling of doom, right? It's a feeling of doom, but it's not true. It's not true. I don't know. It's just not true. Why am I thinking that way? Well, because if I'm in the Five of Pentacles energy, this is energy that is sometimes struggling. I see like this struggling artist. Here's the struggling artist, and maybe you're wondering, and I feel like you may do something that feels healing to others, right? But I feel like there's doubt within yourself. Well, here you go. This is your yes card. Remember that. If it brings you a true sense of joy, then you should move into it. Interesting how we have the 3 and the 3 kind of like anchoring the top of the reading. Then we have the Two Swords over here and the Hermit in reverse over here. It makes sense, right? So, there's something I feel like, for some, I don't know, I feel like there's something that you want to give birth to, but I feel like you will. So let's keep going. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. Someone may hear from someone again, because we're only doing love. Someone they went to school with. Ace of Wands, beautiful. Wow, coming over the Hangman and the Chariot, it makes sense, right? This is you moving into action. This is you feeling inspired. You know, this, again, this Ace of Swords that opens the reading. It's honesty to yourself, mainly. You know, like, to thyself be true. We have the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And then, hello, Will. You know, this is destiny. You know, it's interesting too, because I want to say that whether this is someone from your past or not, you know, this could talk about how your past is affecting your present, right? And it's not major. I felt that in the last night's reading too. It's like, it's not major. This is something that I can look at and eliminate. And the Ace of Wands, right? I'm activated. Reminds me of I was gonna say David Bowie, like a David Bowie song. I don't know. To Major Tom. All right, let me look at this. So this King of Pentacles seems to be attached to, you know, I feel like as you go through this period, as you've gone through this period of, you know, of time out, let's just say, from love, whether it was your choice or not, I feel like during that time period, you've been experiencing, if you've allowed yourself, now, some of you definitely are resisting it, I can see that, but, you know, I feel like this healing comes whether you resist it or you don't. It just may take some longer, right? It's not like, okay, well, she's resisting it, so no healing for her. No. No, you have to remember your spiritual team that are made up of your spirit guides, your angels that are assigned to you, your guardian angels, the ascended masters, right? They are assigned to you individually, you, like, you know, only you. So, but at the same time, we're a collective, and that's why I feel like a lot of you are drawn to this reading. That is what I want. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I love doing tarot, don't get me wrong, but to me, it's what brings the story forward. So, anyway, why am I telling you all that? I don't know. So, anyway, started with this King of Pentacles who, coming over the Virgo card, the Hermit, you know, I often feel like this person is very book smart here. I feel like very knowledgeable. And I have to say, for some of you, it's interesting. I feel like you may be stopping yourself from doing something that is uniquely to you. It's unique to you. Now, don't think so like you have to dig and dig and dig. This is the way I look at it. You know, why do I do tarot? Because I was drawn to it. Why do I love numerology? Because I was drawn to it. There's other things, though, that I also love, like astronomy, but I can't seem to comprehend it, right? It seems more of work, where numerology is just pulling me to learn more and more, same as just my spirituality, period. Like, I don't think the learning ever stops, and when you're unsure of which way to go, that's when you got to trust yourself, because there's something I feel that someone right now feels like they're stopping themselves from doing, but they have the ability to do it. And I feel like this king is someone who will be admiring your work, whatever that is, probably from afar. It's interesting, like, is he watching you on YouTube? I don't know. He's looking right at that wheel. So interesting because he has this pentacle on his lap. And then the wheel comes out next. So it's almost like if this is, and forget, whether it's a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, it's talking about the energy of someone. And I feel like this is someone who comes in who's very wise, at least in certain fields. But I feel like in general, because I feel like they read a lot. They've read a lot. They researched maybe. And I feel like you find yourself on that path of doing kind of like your own thing. And I feel like from afar, someone is admiring that. Again, it's like, it feels like from afar. Like I'm seeing you on TV or I'm seeing you on YouTube or I'm reading about you. I don't know. But I feel like I have to say, this person also feels like, they share this Ace of Pentacles, and there is the Chariot here. All right. I want to look at just the Hermit reversed. And I just want to see if we can get a simple answer of how do we go beyond it. Look at this, the High Priestess. This is your intuition. It's your GPS, really. We have the Four of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So, clearly, because I'm only looking at the Hermit, I want to know, how do we turn this around so that who's ever in this energy can get the connection, feel the connection. They're getting it, but allow them to feel it. Some I know are in a struggle and making decisions are hard. But there's something with this blindfold and the Ace of Swords here that it only benefits this person to look at. So this blindfold comes off. I don't want to go through my life in the dark with a blindfold on. I want to see. I want to create what's coming, right? And here, I feel like this is what it's saying over the Hermit. High Priestess, starting to trust and understand, see beyond, right? See beyond what you think that you see. The Page of Pentacles is someone who really seeks that type of knowledge. So that, why? Because I want my intuition to grow so I can trust it. So it's like your higher self is saying, okay, this is what needs to happen. You need to look within your emotional house, right? There's something within your emotional house. First of all, I feel like it drains your energy. It's like taking half your energy away, and so there's something in there. And I feel like as you do that, you have the energy of spirit with you. So you don't do it alone, right? And the Empress being in reverse above that. I just want to say real quick, someone maybe end up having twins who, ready or not. Anyway, that was my answer to the Hermit. Eight of Cups. Look at my emotional house. This is about getting my emotional house in order, letting go of the things that are no longer serving me. And that can mean feelings, right? There's some ego that was involved from the past. This is not about judgment whatsoever, not judging you and not even judging the other. This is looking above it so that you can see the big picture. And even with the Virgo energy, it's looking between the lines also, right? Being able to see between the lines now, where before maybe you couldn't. So I feel like there's real clarity for those who wish to have it. And like a lot of my readings, I feel like as you move into your own gifts, that were given to you, meant to be enhanced by your own experiences, right? It's like they go hand in hand, but your experiences and your gift will come together. And I just feel like that there is love looking on. And then shows the wheel. And by the way, it shows the person at the top of the wheel. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like you may have given someone multiple chances. And I don't know if it's that person coming back or sometimes the Six of Cups is someone that we weren't even romantically involved with. It could be a childhood friend. Many times they just come out of the woodwork type thing. And I think before I go, because I feel like I have a little bit of the energy of feeling like it's not quite finished. We have the Strength card of Leo. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. Two major arcanas. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So, this feels pretty clear to me. The Knight of Cups is about a cup of love that's coming into your life. The Five of Cups is next to it. And I feel like, I feel like for someone, like this is someone that you were with, and you had to leave, whether it was your choice or not, probably not, because they may have been pulled into kind of like a little darker energy, and for some reason, like your vibration couldn't fit in it, which is a good thing. So anyways, interesting too that the Five of Cups, it feels like she's holding a pentacle in her hand, and she's sitting over the King of Pentacles. So anyway, I feel like you had to walk away. But in the meantime, you walked away, and I feel like you probably came to a crossroads, and one of those crossroads was maybe the safe way to go, but there was another crossroad where I feel like it gave you the opportunity to find the creative you. And I don't want to, and when I say creative, I know that sometimes feels limiting to me, like, oh, well, I'm not a very creative person, but it's for you also. Something uniquely to you, let's put it that way. And I feel like you went on to do something. And much like what's happened in my life, like Sam and I got together in 2014, and it was tough, difficult energy. There were walls, and we couldn't get beyond them. So I ended up moving back to Rhode Island. I was just like, okay, well, and it hurt, but it's like we couldn't get past those walls. So I moved back to Rhode Island, and I got drawn into my spirituality, and it really had nothing to do with him and everything to do with just my intuition pulling me. So I listened, and here I am, now I have a whole business where I do nothing but spirituality, the opposite of what I used to do in my life. So, and then now Sam and I are back together. We're actually living together now. So it's kind of, I get when our spirit guides are talking about this type of energy. Like, if Sam and I would have got together at that time, I would have put this on the back burner. And maybe the messages that I bring need to come out. So it's an important part of my life, and it is an important part of my life. right? And that's what I'm feeling for you. Like, it's an important part of who you are, and maybe even what you feel your purpose can be. The Strength card, certainly the overcoming of what type of, no matter what type of energy comes before me. This is the taming of the beast. And at the same time, I want to say, in the Five of Cups, I feel like I may be wishing for someone, and that may be this Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups comes in. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is the perfect person to receive it. Excuse me, because she's going to do it very logically. She's going to see the big picture of it, but she's also going to see the details. And what I just mean by that is there's a trust factor in that. So you can just let go and let live. And let go of the fear, right? Because, the Strength card tells me, because you're already there, like half lion, that you've been through and gotten through so much. So think of that, like when you get hung up, right? When you start to think of doom. Well, if I'm thinking of doom, why? What's causing it? What's the root of it? Do I need to think of something else? Go another way? Like allow that part of you to open up. So anyway, now I think I should leave it be. So we do have a Leo and a Capricorn side by side. What's under it? Well, the High Priestess is between them. And if, let's say, the devil energy is anything negative, I feel like what it's talking about is someone else probably had to overcome their own demon, so to speak. And I feel like they do. Whether you decide to believe that or not will be up to you. But I do feel that, because I feel like the Strength card is shared. And that's what I feel. So, no clue what I'm going to title this. Interesting. I'm going to leave it there, though, guys. I feel like it's just showing you... Well, I'm just going to stop talking, because I'm about to tell you your reading all over again. Here's the wheel. It's destiny, right? The Ace of Swords was the very first card, and that's a pretty major card to come out as the first card when you're speaking of love, because you're speaking of truth and honesty, but it is of oneself and of others, right? I give you honesty, therefore I expect it back, right? And it has to go both ways, but it's also about communication, the learning of communication, because there was ego. Maybe it was difficult, right? The things that were said, we can't take back words. We can't take them back. But we can overcome them. Some people are like, you never overcome them. You can. You can overcome anything. Anything. Just got to find the way. You just got to pay attention to your intuition, right? Because I feel like the way is always shown. Whether you see it, move in it, that will be up to you. The aces are the potential if you say yes to it. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. As always, thank you. Thank you for viewing the reading. Let me know how it relates to you. I feel like there's multiple layers to this reading, but I still feel you'll find yourself in it. So I love your comments. Thank you. And thank you for helping others in their comments. You give a lot of support, and I appreciate that. And I feel like for some of you, it just comes natural, and I find that beautiful. So anyway, thank you. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to anyone who's new. And I love you all. I will see you in the readings. Bye-bye.